People used to think Gomorrah was destroyed by divine wrath, but what if it was actually a human conflict? Meet Dr. Eliza Harrington, a renowned archaeologist who just uncovered a strange layer of ash that could change everything we thought we knew. Her heart raced. This ash could be the key to unraveling a mystery that had baffled historians for millennia, the destruction of Gomorrah. Flash forward to the silver screen. The HBO series Gomorrah captivated audiences with its portrayal of organized crime in Naples, drawing parallels to the ancient cities of sin. In the show, the crime syndicate's ruthless power mirrored the biblical tales of Sodom and Gomorrah. Audiences were hooked. Yet the real story was different, much more ancient, buried beneath layers of earth and time. The first contradiction emerged when Dr. Harrington examined the ash more closely. This wasn't just any ash. It contained traces of sulfur, a rare find that aligned disturbingly well with ancient texts describing brimstone raining from the sky. The discovery was documented in 1974, raising eyebrows in the archaeological community. Was this sulfur a testament to divine wrath or a natural catastrophe? As the excavation continued, unease grew. Dr. Harrington's team found charred remains and pottery melted into unrecognizable forms. The site was a desolate testament to sudden destruction. Yet, despite these signs, many dismissed the findings as mere coincidence. Skeptics argued that Gomorrah was another settlement, unrelated to the biblical narrative. But the question lingered, could this be the infamous Gomorrah? The HBO series had portrayed violence with flair. Yet its fictional narrative couldn't hold a candle to the reality of what might have transpired in the Jordan Valley. The real Gomorrah, if this was indeed it, was a place of sudden, fiery destruction, an ancient tragedy lost to time. Dr. Harrington knew she was standing on the precipice of a revelation, but there was more to uncover, more secrets buried under layers of history. With each dig, the team uncovered more evidence that hinted at a catastrophic event. Burnt skeletons, collapsed structures, and the ever-present sulfur deposits painted a grim picture. Yet, the academic world hesitated, cautious of leaping to conclusions based solely on ancient texts and geological anomalies. The tension between belief and evidence kept the air charged with anticipation. The unease reached its peak when a clay tablet was unearthed, etched with cuneiform that spoke of a city consumed by fire. It was a chilling echo of the biblical narrative. Yet still, the academic world demanded more proof. Dr. Harrington found herself at a crossroads, her reputation balanced on the edge of a discovery that could shake historical foundations. As the sun set over the Jordan Valley, casting long shadows across the dig, Dr. Harrington pondered the implications. The question remained, was this the work of a divine hand, or had nature itself conspired to create this haunting tableau of destruction? The answer lay somewhere beneath her feet, waiting to be uncovered. The viewer is left with an unresolved question, a mystery that beckons from the depths of history. What truly befell the city of Gomorrah? As the narrative unfolds, the tension between ancient lore and tangible evidence promises to unravel secrets long buried beneath the sands of time. As dawn broke over the Jordan Valley, Dr. Harrington received an unexpected visitor. Professor Ian Matthews, a renowned geologist, arrived with news that could alter the course of their investigation. He had analyzed nearby soil samples and discovered an anomaly, a layer of shocked quartz. This mineral, typically formed under extreme pressure, hinted not at volcanic activity, but a potential meteor impact. The revelation shook the team, introducing a scientific twist that no one had anticipated. If true, this impact could explain the sudden, fiery devastation without invoking the divine. Dr. Harrington's mind raced with possibilities, each more daunting than the last. Determined to dig deeper, they expanded the excavation area, uncovering more signs of rapid destruction. Buildings appeared to have been flattened in a single, violent event. The geophysical evidence now suggested a cataclysmic event that aligned eerily with the biblical narrative, yet defied its mystical explanations. This redirection in their investigation caught the attention of global media, thrusting Dr. Harrington into an unwanted spotlight. Skeptics and believers alike descended upon the site, each armed with their interpretations. The dig had transformed into a battleground of ideologies, with Dr. Harrington caught in the middle. Amidst the chaos, a new clue emerged, a piece of bronze jewelry fused with ash, bearing an inscription. It was a name previously unknown to historians, suggesting a link to another ancient city. This discovery hinted at a broader network of civilizations, casting the destruction in a new light, perhaps not divine retribution, but collateral in a cosmic event. As the story spread, gripping imaginations worldwide, the pressure mounted. Could they rewrite history with evidence gleaned from the depths of the earth? The stakes had never been higher, and Dr. Harrington knew that the next find might finally tip the scales. With each day, the promise of revelation loomed larger, leaving audiences and academics. The sun had barely risen over the Jordan Valley, when the air was filled with a buzz of anticipation. Stephen Collins, a seasoned archaeologist, stood at the edge of Tal el-Hammam, a site long speculated to be Gomorrah. It was 2019, and Collins had received an intriguing lead, a layer of destruction that promised insight into the ancient city's fate. As his team began to dig, they uncovered charred remains and melted pottery. Collins felt a familiar thrill. These were not just artifacts. They were whispers of a past cataclysm, aligning eerily with the biblical account. The stage was set for a revelation that would ignite the archaeological world. Scene 2, Hidden Angle. The 2019 excavation led by Dr. Stephen Collins revealed significant evidence of the city's destruction. His team, fueled by the promise of discovery, worked tirelessly, their efforts rewarded with the startling unearthing of a layer of ash mixed with sulfur. This layer mirrored the biblical description of brimstone and fire raining down upon the city. Collins stood amidst the ruins, contemplating the implications. Could this be proof of the ancient tale? The possibility was tantalizing and terrifying, hinting at a truth buried for millennia. The excavation was a significant moment in the search for archaeological evidence of the biblical story, with Collins' team finding evidence of a massive earthquake and fire that destroyed the city. The site of Gomorrah in Jordan was also believed to be a possible location of the ancient city of Gomorrah, as suggested by archaeologists in 2015. Yet it was Tal el-Hammam that seemed to hold the most promise. Collins' discoveries at the site fueled debates across the archaeological community. Was this the final resting place of one of history's most infamous cities? The evidence was compelling, yet the questions it raised were even more profound. Collins knew that every artifact unearthed was a piece of a larger puzzle, one that could rewrite the annals of history. Scene 3. First evidence. As the dust settled, the first definitive clue emerged, a fragment of a clay tablet. It bore markings that resembled ancient scripts, hinting at a narrative lost to time. Collins' heart raced as he examined the tablet. It spoke of a city consumed by fire, the words echoing ancient warnings. To Collins, this wasn't just evidence. It was a voice from the past, demanding to be heard. The revelation was stark, aligning with the biblical timeline of around 1500 BCE. For Collins, this was more than a find. It was a testament to a past that refused to be silenced. Scene 4, the lead that was missed. Yet, amidst the triumph, a critical clue slipped through their fingers. During an earlier phase of excavation, a layer of sediment had been dismissed as inconsequential. It wasn't, until later analysis that it revealed traces of tektites, glassy remnants usually formed by meteor impacts. The oversight had consequences, delaying the realization that a cosmic event might have played a role in the city's demise. Collins couldn't shake the feeling of missed opportunity. The realization that they had overlooked such a pivotal piece of evidence was a sobering reminder of the complexities of archaeological investigation. The missed clue, once recognized, shifted the focus of their inquiry. The notion of a meteor strike added a new dimension to the narrative, challenging the prevailing interpretations. Could it be that nature, not divine intervention, had sealed Gomorrah's fate? For Collins, the stakes were higher than ever. With each passing day, the urgency to uncover the truth deepened. The world watched, captivated by the unfolding drama, as Collins and his team raced against time to piece together the story that lay buried beneath the sands of the Jordan Valley. The tale of Gomorrah was far from over, and its secrets were only beginning to surface. Scene 5, unveiling the unexpected, as Collins pondered the "here's what true crime, real story behind Gomorrah got right." The show's portrayal of the archaeological process was meticulous. capturing the thrill of discovery and the painstaking work involved in unearthing history. It accurately depicted the pivotal role of experts like Dr. Collins in interpreting findings that challenge historical narratives. The depiction of the emotional and intellectual stakes involved in such an excavation was spot on, resonating with viewers and scholars alike. Here is what they completely changed or left out. The show romanticized the Gomorrah crime syndicate, presenting it as a glamorous and powerful organization. In reality, it was a network of violence and human suffering, far from the allure depicted on screen. The narrative also omitted the significant impact of the Gomorrah's involvement in antiquities trafficking, a revelation that underscored their reach into cultural and historical domains. Additionally, the show's focus on individual heroics overshadowed the collective effort required in both archaeological and criminal investigations, simplifying a complex web of cooperation and conflict. The courtroom drama had reached a crescendo. As the gavel struck, signaling a recess, the world outside awaited the verdict with bated breath. The intersection of ancient history and modern crime had unveiled a story as old as time itself, one of power, destruction, and the relentless pursuit of truth. The unfolding narrative left audiences questioning the boundaries between myth and reality, between past and present, with each revelation deepening the intrigue of Gomorrah's elusive legacy. Scene 5. Unexpected testimony. On February 15, 2020, the courtroom doors swung open to reveal an unexpected witness. Maria Esposito, once a low-level member of the Gomorrah, now stood poised to testify. The prosecution had kept her involvement under wraps until this pivotal moment. Her appearance sent shockwaves through the defense team, who scrambled to recalibrate. Esposito's testimony was a narrative bombshell. She detailed the syndicate's clandestine meetings, vividly recounting exchanges where ancient artifacts were traded like currency. "I heard Di Lauro himself say," she confessed, "that the past is as valuable as gold." Her words painted a picture of a crime syndicate deeply entangled in historical exploitation. This testimony escalated the stakes, turning the trial from a straightforward criminal case into an exploration of cultural theft. The defense, now cornered, attempted to discredit Esposito's credibility, but her accounts were corroborated by surveillance footage, sealing a damning narrative against the syndicate. The consequence was clear. This trial would redefine the Gomorrah's legacy, intertwining it with an illicit heritage market and leaving an indelible mark on history. Scene 1. In 2021, as the dust settled over the excavation site at Tal el Hammam, Dr. Stephen Collins examined the ruins. His discovery of a destruction layer, rich in shocked quartz, suggested an intense heat event. Dr. Laura Henderson's analysis of geophysical anomalies supported the meteor hypothesis, sparking debate at the 2022 International Archaeological Conference. The academic community was divided. Some praised the findings, while others, like Dr. Michael Smith, questioned the dating methods used. Yet, the evidence reshaped theories about Gomorrah's destruction, igniting further exploration and securing funding for future digs. Scene 2. The unanswered question. Despite these breakthroughs, critical questions remained. Was it a meteor strike that obliterated Gomorrah in 1650 BCE, or another catastrophic event? The presence of tektites and the absence of an impact crater left scholars like Dr. Henderson searching for answers. A clay tablet dated to the same period bore cryptic inscriptions potentially describing the event. Linguist Dr. Anna Reyes was tasked with. The story also belongs to the investors who were pressured into risky trades, to the SEC investigators tracing patterns across brokerage records, and to the FBI agents turning sales floor bravado into evidence. Offshore transfers, market manipulation tactics, investor psychology, courtroom consequences, and the media myth that followed all widen the frame beyond any single name.